Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. I want to talk about a theme that resonates deeply within each of us: how we respond to disrespect. We've all been there, haven't we? Someone says something cutting, belittling, or just plain rude. And in that moment, we feel our heart race and our blood boil. But today I want to invite you to explore a different path, a path of power and poise. What if, instead of reacting, you chose to stay quiet after disrespect? What if you held your tongue and your power instead of giving it away? Stay with me as we delve into this idea, because by the end of this conversation, I hope you'll see that choosing silence in moments of disrespect isn't just a strategy, it's a profound way to reclaim your strength and protect your peace. Understanding your power is the first step in reclaiming your emotional strength and navigating life's challenges with grace. Power in this context refers not to dominance or control over others, but rather to the ability to govern your own thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Recognizing your power starts with self-awareness and acknowledgement that you have agency in how you respond to the world around you. When faced with disrespect, it's easy to fall into the trap of reactionary behavior. We often believe that we need to respond immediately, that we need to defend ourselves or retaliate to assert our worth. However, true power lies in recognizing that your response is your choice. You have the ability to decide how much energy to invest in any given interaction. This realization can be liberating. Instead of feeling like a victim of someone else's disrespect, you start to see yourself as the author of your narrative. Understanding your power also involves recognizing the influence of your emotions. Emotions are valid, they signal what's important to us. Yet it's essential to discern when those emotions should drive your actions and when they should serve as a guide for reflection. For instance, if someone disrespects you, it's natural to feel hurt or angry. However, understanding your power means acknowledging these feelings without letting them dictate your response. This balance allows you to respond thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively, which often leads to regret. Another crucial aspect of understanding your power is realizing that you are not defined by others' opinions or actions. Disrespect from others does not diminish your worth. When you internalize this truth, you empower yourself to rise above the negativity. You begin to view disrespect as a reflection of the other person's issues rather than a measure of your value. This shift in perspective can create emotional resilience, enabling you to face challenges without being easily shaken. Moreover, embracing your power involves setting healthy boundaries. Recognizing what is acceptable and unacceptable in your relationships allows you to cultivate a sense of self-respect and mutual respect with others. Boundaries help you communicate your needs clearly and assertively, ensuring that your emotional and mental well-being are prioritized. When you understand your power, you learn that saying no or choosing not to engage is not only permissible but essential for maintaining your integrity. Ultimately, understanding your power is about cultivating a mindset of self-empowerment and accountability. It's about recognizing that while you cannot control the actions or words of others, you can control how you respond. This understanding transforms you into an active participant in your life rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. You begin to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. The more you harness this understanding, the more confident and empowered you become in all aspects of your life. The strength of silence is a profound concept that often goes unnoticed in our fast-paced, noise-filled world. Silence is more than just the absence of sound. It is a powerful tool for reflection, understanding, and emotional regulation. And in a society that often equates noise with productivity and success, embracing silence can feel counterintuitive. Yet, it is in these quiet moments that we often find our greatest clarity and strength. In many ways, silence serves as a sanctuary for the mind. It creates space for thoughts to settle, for feelings to be acknowledged, and for insights to emerge. When we are constantly surrounded by noise, whether it's conversations, music, or the incessant hum of technology, our minds can become cluttered. This mental noise makes it difficult to hear our inner voice or understand our true desires. Embracing silence allows us to cut through this clutter, providing a clearer path to self-awareness and introspection. Moreover, silence can be a powerful form of communication. Often what we choose not to say can carry just as much weight as our spoken words. In moments of conflict or tension, opting for silence can convey strength and resolve. It demonstrates that we are not willing to engage in petty arguments or to be drawn into negativity. Instead, silence can serve as a protective barrier, allowing us to maintain our dignity and composure in the face of disrespect or provocation. Additionally, silence fosters deep listening, a skill that is becoming increasingly rare in our noisy world. When we practice silence, we open ourselves up to truly hearing others. This can lead to more meaningful connections and deeper understanding. In conversations, people often feel heard and valued when they are met with silence rather than an immediate response. It shows that we are taking the time to process their words and feelings, creating an atmosphere of trust and empathy. Silence also provides an opportunity for creativity and inspiration. Many artists, writers, and thinkers have long acknowledged the value of solitude and quiet in their creative processes. In the stillness, ideas can flow more freely, and innovative solutions can emerge. The mind, when uncluttered, can explore new possibilities and make connections that may not have been visible amidst the noise. Furthermore, embracing silence can have a significant impact on our emotional well-being. In a world that often feels overwhelming, taking moments of silence for ourselves allows us to recharge and reconnect with our inner selves. It can help us process our emotions, reduce anxiety, and cultivate a sense of peace. Regular moments of silence can become a practice of self-care, nurturing our mental health and resilience. In personal relationships, the strength of silence can also be transformative. It allows for pauses that can lead to deeper understanding and reflection. In moments of disagreement, taking a step back and choosing silence can prevent escalation and provide the necessary time for both parties to gather their thoughts and emotions. This practice can foster healthier communication patterns and help build stronger, more resilient relationships. Ultimately, the strength of silence lies in its ability to empower us. It encourages us to reclaim our voice, understand our feelings, and connect with others on a deeper level. By embracing silence, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace, clarity, and strength that enhances our lives in countless ways. In the quiet moments, we discover the power within ourselves to navigate the complexities of life with grace and confidence. Reflecting before reacting is a crucial practice that can lead to healthier interactions and better decision-making in our lives. In a world where emotions often run high and situations can escalate rapidly, taking a moment to pause and consider our responses can make all the difference. This practice encourages us to step back, breathe, and assess the situation before allowing our immediate feelings to dictate our actions. When we encounter a challenging situation, our instinctual response may be to react impulsively. This reaction can stem from various emotions, anger, frustration, or hurt, which can cloud our judgment and lead to regrettable outcomes. By choosing to reflect before we react, we create space to process our feelings and gain clarity. This pause enables us to approach the situation with a clearer mind and a more balanced perspective. One of the significant benefits of reflecting before reacting is that it helps to prevent misunderstandings. In conversations, especially those that involve conflict, words can be easily misconstrued. When we react without thinking, we may respond to a perceived slight rather than the actual message being conveyed. By taking a moment to reflect, we can clarify our understanding of the situation and choose our words more thoughtfully. This not only helps to diffuse tension, but also fosters a more constructive dialogue. Moreover, reflection allows us to consider the consequences of our actions. Each response we give can have a ripple effect, impacting not just the immediate situation, but also our relationships and our own emotional well-being. By pausing to think about the potential outcomes of our reactions, we can make choices that align more closely with our values and long-term goals. This practice encourages us to act with intention rather than being swept away by the currents of our emotions. Additionally, reflecting before reacting promotes emotional intelligence. It helps us become more aware of our feelings and triggers, enabling us to recognize patterns in our behavior. This self-awareness is essential for personal growth and development, as it allows us to understand how we respond to different situations and why. With this understanding, we can learn to manage our emotions better and choose more constructive ways to express ourselves. The practice of reflection also encourages empathy. When we take a moment to pause, we can consider the perspectives and feelings of others involved in the situation. This shift in focus allows us to respond with compassion rather than defensiveness. By attempting to understand where others are coming from, we create an environment that promotes connection and understanding rather than conflict. In times of stress or crisis, the ability to reflect before reacting becomes even more critical. High-pressure situations can trigger strong emotional responses, making it easy to react without thinking. However, implementing a practice of reflection during these moments can lead to more effective problem solving and collaboration. By staying calm and composed, we are better equipped to navigate challenges and find solutions that benefit everyone involved. Finally, reflecting before reacting serves as a form of self-care. It allows us to prioritize our mental and emotional health by preventing unnecessary stress and regret. When we take the time to process our feelings and respond thoughtfully, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience. This practice helps us maintain control over our emotions rather than allowing them to control us. In summary, reflecting before reacting is a powerful tool for personal growth, emotional intelligence, and healthier relationships. By embracing this practice, we can transform our interactions, make better decisions, and navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. Building emotional intelligence (EI) is a vital skill that enables individuals to navigate their emotions and understand the emotions of others effectively. At its core, emotional intelligence encompasses self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills, and motivation. Developing these components can lead to enhanced relationships, better communication, and improved mental well-being. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It involves recognizing and understanding your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, values, and drivers. Self-aware individuals can identify how their feelings influence their thoughts and behaviors. This awareness is crucial, as it allows you to recognize when your emotions are at play, enabling you to respond to situations more thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. To enhance self-awareness, individuals can engage in practices such as journaling, mindfulness meditation, or seeking feedback from trusted friends or mentors. These activities encourage reflection and help clarify your emotional landscape. Self-regulation follows self-awareness and refers to the ability to manage your emotions in a healthy way. This includes controlling impulsive feelings and behaviors, managing stress, and adapting to changing circumstances. Self-regulation allows individuals to respond to situations with a level head rather than being overwhelmed by emotional reactions. Techniques such as deep breathing, grounding exercises, and cognitive reframing can help improve self-regulation. By practicing these techniques, individuals can develop a toolkit for managing their emotions, enabling them to stay calm under pressure and make more rational decisions. Empathy is a critical aspect of emotional intelligence that involves the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathetic individuals can put themselves in someone else's shoes, recognizing and validating their emotions. This ability fosters deeper connections and promotes effective communication, as it encourages understanding rather than judgment. To cultivate empathy, individuals can practice active listening, which involves fully concentrating on what someone is saying without formulating a response while they speak. By paying attention to nonverbal cues and being genuinely interested in others' feelings, individuals can strengthen their empathetic abilities and improve their relationships. Social skills encompass the skills needed to manage relationships and build networks. Effective social skills are essential for communicating clearly, resolving conflicts, and inspiring others. Individuals with strong social skills can create positive interactions and work collaboratively with others. To develop social skills, one can practice assertive communication, which involves expressing thoughts and feelings honestly while respecting others. Engaging in team activities or joining groups with shared interests can also help improve social skills by providing opportunities to interact with diverse individuals and navigate different social dynamics. Motivation in the context of emotional intelligence refers to the internal drive to pursue goals with energy and persistence. Emotionally intelligent individuals are often self-motivated, maintaining a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. They set goals that align with their values and are committed to achieving them. To enhance motivation, individuals can set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART goals, breaking them into manageable steps. Celebrating small wins along the way can also boost motivation and reinforce positive behavior. Building emotional intelligence is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong journey. It requires consistent practice and a willingness to learn and grow. Engaging in self-reflection, seeking feedback, and being open to change can significantly contribute to the development of emotional intelligence. Moreover, organizations can foster emotional intelligence by promoting a culture of open communication, empathy, and teamwork. Training programs focused on emotional intelligence can enhance employee relationships and contribute to a more harmonious workplace environment. Ultimately, investing in emotional intelligence not only benefits individuals on a personal level, but also creates a ripple effect in their relationships, workplaces, and communities. By building emotional intelligence, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, leading to more meaningful connections and a greater sense of well-being. Setting boundaries is an essential aspect of maintaining healthy relationships, both with ourselves and with others. Boundaries help define where one person ends and another begins, creating a clear distinction that fosters respect, understanding, and emotional safety. They serve as a protective measure that enables individuals to express their needs, preferences, and values without feeling guilty or overwhelmed. Understanding the need for boundaries is the first step in the boundary setting process. People often struggle with setting boundaries due to fear of rejection, conflict, or disappointing others. However, recognizing that boundaries are not walls but rather a way to communicate your limits can shift this perspective. Establishing boundaries is crucial for self-care and well-being. They allow you to prioritize your mental, emotional, and physical health, ensuring that you are not stretched too thin or taken for granted. Identifying your limits is the next step in establishing boundaries. Take time to reflect on what is acceptable for you and what is not. This may involve considering your emotional triggers, stress levels, and the energy you have available to invest in various relationships and commitments. Knowing your limits helps you articulate your boundaries more clearly and confidently. It's important to recognize that your limits may change over time as you grow and your circumstances evolve. Once you understand your limits, communicating your boundaries effectively is crucial. This involves expressing your needs clearly and assertively. Use I statements to communicate your feelings and preferences, such as "I need some time alone to recharge," or "I cannot take on any additional projects right now." Being clear and direct helps others understand your needs without ambiguity. It's essential to communicate boundaries respectfully and without hostility, as this encourages a constructive dialogue rather than defensiveness. Maintaining boundaries requires ongoing effort and reinforcement. After setting boundaries, it's vital to be consistent in upholding them. This might mean saying no to requests that infringe on your limits or addressing any attempts to push those boundaries. If someone disregards your boundaries, it's important to address the behavior directly, reaffirming your needs and the consequences of crossing those boundaries. This helps reinforce the message that your limits are important and must be respected. Handling pushback is another critical aspect of boundary setting. It's not uncommon for people to react negatively when boundaries are established, especially if they are used to a different dynamic. Expect resistance and be prepared to stand firm. Remind yourself that it's okay to prioritize your well-being and that boundaries are a necessary part of healthy relationships. Practice self-compassion during these moments. It's essential to be kind to yourself and recognize that your boundaries are a valid expression of self-respect. Flexibility and adaptability are also important when it comes to boundaries. While it's essential to maintain your limits, there may be situations that require some negotiation or adjustment. Being flexible doesn't mean compromising your core values, but rather understanding that life can be dynamic and that certain circumstances might require a reevaluation of your boundaries. This adaptability allows you to respond to the needs of both yourself and others without losing sight of what you need to feel safe and respected. Setting boundaries is a vital skill that enhances your relationships and contributes to your overall well-being. By recognizing the importance of boundaries, identifying your limits, communicating effectively, maintaining your boundaries, handling pushback, and remaining flexible, you can cultivate healthier and more fulfilling connections with others. Embracing this practice not only empowers you, but also encourages those around you to respect your needs and establish their own boundaries, creating a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Choosing your battles wisely is a critical skill in navigating life's complexities, whether in personal relationships, professional environments, or broader social contexts. This concept revolves around the idea that not every disagreement or conflict is worth engaging in, and understanding when to step back can lead to more meaningful interactions and better outcomes. Understanding the nature of conflict is the first step in choosing your battles wisely. Conflicts can arise from misunderstandings, differing perspectives, or values, and they often evoke strong emotions. It's essential to recognize that conflict is a natural part of life. However, not all conflicts hold equal weight. Some issues may be significant enough to warrant engagement, while others might be better left alone. Assessing the nature and stakes of the conflict can help clarify whether it is worth your time and energy. Assessing the stakes is another crucial aspect of this process. When faced with a conflict, take a moment to consider what is at stake. Ask yourself questions like, what will I gain or lose by engaging in this battle? Is this issue truly important to me, or is it driven by ego or external pressures? Understanding the potential consequences can provide clarity and guide your decision on whether to confront the situation or let it go. This assessment also involves recognizing the impact of the conflict on your mental and emotional well-being. Identifying your values and priorities is essential for effective decision-making. Your values act as a compass, guiding you toward battles that align with what you truly believe in. When you are clear about your values, it becomes easier to discern which conflicts are worth your energy and which are distractions. For example, if you value relationships and harmony, you may choose to let go of minor disagreements that don't impact your core values. On the other hand, if a conflict threatens a fundamental belief or a critical aspect of your life, it may warrant a more direct approach. Emotional regulation plays a significant role in choosing your battles. Emotions can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive reactions. Before deciding to engage in a conflict, take a moment to pause and assess your emotional state. Are you feeling defensive, angry, or frustrated? These emotions can often lead to battles that may not be worth fighting. Instead, practice grounding techniques or deep breathing exercises to help regulate your emotions, allowing for a more rational evaluation of the situation. Considering the bigger picture is another important element. Sometimes a seemingly minor conflict can escalate and distract you from your long-term goals. By keeping your broader objectives in mind, you can evaluate whether engaging in a particular battle will serve your larger aspirations. For instance, if your goal is to foster a positive work environment, it may be more beneficial to avoid minor conflicts that could disrupt team harmony. In contrast, if you're advocating for a crucial project or change that aligns with your values, that may be a battle worth pursuing. Evaluating potential outcomes is also critical in this decision-making process. When contemplating a conflict, consider the possible outcomes of both engaging and disengaging. What do you hope to achieve, and is that goal realistic? Will fighting this battle improve the situation, or is it likely to lead to more negativity and frustration? By envisioning the potential consequences, you can make a more informed decision about whether to engage in the battle or choose a different path. Learning to let go is perhaps one of the most empowering aspects of choosing your battles wisely. Not every disagreement needs to be resolved, and learning to let go of minor conflicts can lead to greater peace of mind and emotional freedom. This practice requires self-awareness and the ability to differentiate between what is truly important and what is not. Embracing the idea that it's okay to step back from certain conflicts can foster a sense of liberation and reduce stress. Choosing your battles wisely involves a blend of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and strategic thinking. By understanding the nature of conflict, assessing stakes, identifying values, regulating emotions, considering the bigger picture, evaluating potential outcomes, and learning to let go, you can navigate conflicts more effectively. This approach leads to healthier relationships, reduced stress, and a greater sense of personal empowerment. It allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters, enhancing both your well-being and your interactions with others.